This entree is a playful take on a turkey dinner, but one you can make for fewer people. Or if you just don't want to deal with cooking a whole turkey and you just want to save some time. This is our main course, and we're going to make turkey roulades. Here we have some turkey breasts that I kind of seasoned with salt and pepper and a little bit of olive oil. These turkey cutlets we got from Bob's Turkey Farm at the farmer's market. They're already cut down to the perfect size, and I want to stuff them with a lot of ingredients. I wanted to keep the flavors nice and bright and still fairly light and colorful. So that's going to start with that great goat cheese that we got, the Chèvre from Formaggio. We're going to use some string too, but it's always nice to start out with a little something to keep it all together. Get it on both at the same time. Okay. We got dried cranberries. I thought I'd sprinkle a little bit on each one. And we've got a lemon zest. I thought that, we could have nice little ribbons too, so I already grated some ahead of time. It's going to be nice and bright tasting. This is some chopped parsley. I thought I'd sprinkle on for color. Can never have too much parsley. This is frisee, and you usually see this in salad bowls, but here we're going to have them a completely new way. I just love stuffing greens into almost everything, and I thought this would be a fun addition. So we want to just pile a bundle and start rolling up the turkey breast roulade. I'm getting some oozing already, but that's all right. It'll add some flavor to the bottom of the pan. So here we have already pre-cut pieces of kitchen string and just easy knots. This is a really elegant way to do an easy, quick dish to make. It'll cook in such a quick amount of time, but look really impressive, like you spent a long time making it. Next one, I'll flip the whole thing over, lost a cranberry or two. We're gonna cook this all in one pan, the side courses and the main. The side, I wanted to have some root vegetables like potatoes and carrots and some onion. And I wanted to cook along with the turkey so that all the flavors mix in there and they kind of absorb into the potatoes like sponges. But first, let's get the turkey roulades browned in this pan. This is our chef's pan. It's such a great multitasker. You can toss it in the oven, you can cover it to braise anything, soup, stews, and you can just use it like a fry pan on the stove top. If you need to get one pan and use it for a week or a month or a year, I think that this one would pretty much tackle almost everything you need. Let's get some olive oil on it and turn up the heat. And place each one of these down. I'm just looking to brown them right now, not cook them through because we're going to finish that up in the oven. So while that's going, the potatoes here are a mixture of Yukon Golds and red potatoes, some of my favorites. And I like having those waxier, less starchy potatoes. And we're going to have carrots to go with them and some coarsely chopped onions here. So I'm going to turn these so that they brown on almost all sides. These pans really make it easy to flip them over. You don't have to use a lot of grease on the pan. It doesn't stick. And this is a really light way to cook turkey, which is already pretty lean and low in fat. So after these are browned, that looks good to me. Just give them a little surface texture. You can do this, a little longer if you'd like. I want to get my potatoes, carrots, and onions going. I need a little more oil than that. Definitely want to season them with salt and pepper. We're just going to start them out cooking here, and then they'll finish in the oven. Turkey breasts need to cook through completely. You don't want to have any rare pieces in your final dish. So it really depends on how thick your turkey breast is. to know when to take it out and when it's done. It probably is going to happen really quick. And you'll know too. You can cut it open. If you see anything suspicious, pop it back in the oven. So I'm clearing out a section for these to live. And that's it for our conduction heat. We're going to finish the rest with convection heat. All in one pan, so you only have one thing to clean up. The last thing I want to do is give it a little squirt for some extra bright flavor. Since we have a lemon here anyway, I think that'll be really yummy. I'm going to cover it for the first half of cooking. After about 15, maybe probably 10 minutes, judging from the size of those turkey breasts, I'm going to lift up the lid, see how it's doing, maybe give it a couple more minutes if it needs any, but keep the lid off for that time. 375 degrees. So while that's cooking, the dried cranberries are going to soften, the goat cheese is going to add some nice tang, and everything will absorb the turkey's juices as they cook together. The turkey will also stay really nice and moist by having those juices steam all around the closed lid. We're going to brown it for about 10 minutes and check on it to see how our turkey is doing. It's been about 10 minutes. Now let's take a look. All right. Smells so good in here. How are we looking? Oh, doesn't that look great? I think we might be just about there. These turkey cutlets were cut pretty thin, so it might just be cooked through. You can serve this family style too. I think that would be a really fun way to serve it. And the chef's pan also makes a great dinner presentation. You can just serve it right in the center of the table. I do want to just peek inside and see how this one looks though. So I'm going to get rid of the string. And naturally, it forms a nice bond after it's been cooked. Just check out how this looks. Oh, look at all that juice coming out of there. And there you have it, beautiful pinwheel of turkey. You could plate this individually, make as beautiful or as simple a presentation as you like. I'm gonna go for some veggies right now. You can serve this all on the table at once and people can just dig in. That also works. A lot of times with roulade you see, a lot of bacon and rich ingredients being rolled up into a less rich ingredient, which is what turkey or chicken breast would be. But here it's keeping it nice and simple. I'm gonna add a little bit more parsley for color. And that's our finished dish. A simple and healthy feast that took only about 20 minutes to make.